Hello, my dear students. In this lecture, we will see cumulative damage in fatigue. Now, cumulative damage in fatigue means, let us say, in certain applications, the mechanical component is subjected to different stresses level for different part of work cycle. In such cases, Miner's equation is used. Miner's equation is used. Right. For proper understanding of this statement, let us say one mechanical component is subjected to, let us say, on x-axis, on y-axis I am considering stress, and on x-axis I am considering number of cycles n. Right. Now let us say a component is subjected to stress sigma 1, completely reverse stress sigma 1 for first n1 cycles, for first small n1 cycles, and after this sigma 1 the stress is changed. Now the stress is changed, and let us say for another n2 cycles the component is subjected to stress sigma 2. Let us say this completely reverse stress sigma 2, right? This is sigma 2, and this sigma 2 is subjected for another small n2 cycles, and after that again load is changed. Immediately the load is changed, and for another n3 cycles the component is subjected to sigma 3 stress. Let us say for another n3 cycles the component is subjected to sigma 3 stress, right? This is for another n3 cycles. Again the magnitude of load is changed, and for another n4 cycles the component is subjected to stress sigma 4 for another n4 cycles, and this continues so on. Means here it is called cumulative damage in fatigue. Means for a part of time, the component is subjected to sigma 1 for n1 cycles, and for another part of time the component is subjected to sigma 2 for n2 cycles, and for another part of time the component is subjected to sigma 3 for n3 cycles, right? And so on, right? This is called cumulative fatigue. Cumulative fatigue. Now for solving such problems, Miner's equations are used. To solve cumulative fatigue problem, Miner's equations are used, right? And we have to derive this Miner's equation. Now let us consider the component is subjected to stress sigma 1. Here on one side I am writing stress. Let us say the component is subjected to stress, that is sigma, and for number of cycles small n. Let us say the component is subjected to stress sigma 1 for first n1 cycles, and after that, after completing n1 small n1 cycles, the stress is changed to sigma 2 for another n2 cycles, then so on, stress changed to sigma x for another nx cycles. This continues, right? Now let us understand some basic concepts here. Let us say the component is subjected to only sigma 1, that we have already seen. Let us say the component is subjected to only sigma 1. Then let us say the life of component is capital N1. If component is subjected to only sigma 1 stress, then life of component is capital N1, right? Let us say therefore that means if stress is sigma 1 on the component, then component will fail after completing capital N1 cycles. Therefore life completed in one revolution or one cycle, can I say 1 divided by capital N1? That is, life completed in one cycle is 1 divided by capital N1, right? Therefore life completed for n1 cycles, life life completed for small n1 cycles, because sigma 1 is subjected to small n1 cycle, is nothing but small n1 divided by capital N1. Means for stress sigma 1 the life of component is completed small n1 divided by capital N1, right? Therefore here I am writing the life life if subjected to only sigma 1, sigma 2, sigma 3. If only subjected to sigma 1, the life is capital N1. If only subjected to sigma 2, the life is capital N2. So on. If only subjected to sigma x, the life is capital Nx. Therefore, life completed for particular loading. Completed for particular loading. See, sigma 1 is subjected for n1, small n1, and if only subjected for sigma 1, then life is n1, capital N1. Therefore, here life completed for sigma 1 is small n1 divided by capital N1. Life completed for sigma 2 is small n2 divided by capital N2, and so on, small nx divided by capital Nx. And total life is 1. For anyone, the life is 1. Once the component is dead, it is dead. For you, what is the life? Only 1. You will get once life once, right? That means total life is 1. Therefore, the Miner's equation becomes here, the Miner's equation becomes n1, small n1 divided by capital N1 plus small n2 divided by capital N2 plus so on plus small nx divided by capital Nx is equal to 1, is equal to 1. This is called Miner's equation. This is called Miner's equation used for cumulative damage in fatigue, right? And where small n1 is the number of cycles for which stress sigma 1 is acting. Capital N1 is the life of component if component is subjected to only sigma 1, right? Therefore, this is called Miner's equation. But my dear students, many times in examination, this small n1 or capital N1 are not given. Then what they are giving? They are giving the percentage time completed by sigma 1. Out of total time, they are offering you the percentage time completed, completed, completed. That is the proportion of total time life. That is, it is also called proportion of total time life. The life in time, the life in time. Let us say one component completes for 100 hours, and let us say sigma 1 is applied for 10 hours. Let us say the life of component is 100 hours and sigma 1 is applied for 10 hours. That means sigma 1 is applied for 10% time. The sigma 1 is applied for 10% time, and this is indicated by alpha. This is indicated by alpha. Percentage of time for which stress is applied. This is indicated by alpha, right? Therefore here it is written like this. Therefore here I am writing by considering percentage of time, right? Let us say the component is subjected to percentage of time alpha 1 for stress sigma 1. Let us say the component is subjected to percentage of time alpha 2 for stress sigma 2. Percentage of time is given or percentage of life is given. Therefore, this n1, let us say capital N is total life of component. Total life. Capital N is total life, right? For cumulative damage. For cumulative damage. Then this small n1 is nothing but alpha 1 capital N. Small n2 is nothing but alpha 2 capital N. Because small n is nothing but life for the percentage time for sigma 1 is acting, right? Therefore alpha 1 n, n2 is alpha 2 n, so on. Nx will be equal to alpha x n, alpha x n. Now put in Miner's equation, put these values in Miner's equation. Therefore instead of n1 there will be alpha 1 capital N divided by n1 plus alpha 2 capital N divided by n2 plus so on plus alpha x n divided by nx is equal to 1, right? Now here capital N total life we will take on another side, left side. Therefore what will be the equation? Equation will become alpha 1 divided by capital N1 plus alpha 2 divided by capital N2 plus so on plus alpha x divided by capital Nx is equal to 1 upon n, is equal to 1 upon n. This is also called Miner's equation. And in this equation alpha is the percentage of time na, therefore total percentage is 100%. Therefore alpha 1 plus alpha 2 plus so on plus alpha x is equal to 1, is equal to 1, because it is a percentage of time. 1 means 100%, 1 means 100%. Therefore total percentage must be equal to 100%. These are called Miner's equation. These are called Miner's equation. Therefore for cumulative damage in fatigue, what are the Miner's equation? Small n1 divided by capital N1 plus small n2 divided by capital N2 plus so on plus small nx divided by capital Nx is equal to 1. This is the first equation. Other equation is alpha 1 divided by capital N1 plus alpha 2 divided by capital N2 plus so on plus alpha x divided by capital Nx is equal to 1 upon capital N. These are the two Miner's equation where alpha 1 plus alpha 2 plus so on is equal to 1, right? Where this N1 is number of cycles for which stress sigma 1 is acting. N2 is number of cycles for which stress sigma 2 is acting. Capital N1 is the total life of component if only sigma 1 is acting. The total life of component if only sigma 1 is acting. Capital N2 is the total life of component if only sigma 2 is acting, and so on. Now alpha 1 is percentage of time for which sigma 1 is acting. Alpha 2 is percentage of time for sigma 2 is acting, right? Now N, capital N is total life of component whenever subjected to sigma 1 as well as sigma 2 as well as sigma 3 as well as sigma 4. That is, whenever it is subjected to cumulative damage, then what is total life of component, right? Thank you, dear students. In next lecture we will see numerical on cumulative damage in fatigue.